Right, okay, so what we're going to do today is my version of a healthy flapjack. Okay, I actually quite like flapjacks, but not the shop bought ones because they're a bit grim, a bit wodgy, a bit buttery. This one doesn't actually have any added fat in it, but I add all sorts of extra natural fats that come from things like seeds. So we've got linseeds there, got a few chia seeds left, some almonds, what else? Mixed seeds, coconut, dates, one of my favourites to get the sweetness, sunflower, and we got some pumpkin seeds here. Now, you're probably wondering how to glue it all together. And the way I glue it together is with bananas. I don't really measure anything, just go with the flow and just add, and when it looks about the right consistency, you'll be good to go. So I've put a couple of bananas in here and just going to mash them up. Okay, so we've got some mashed banana, and we've got a dog down here as well who's just helping out. Thank you, Bruno. Does it smell good? Okay. I'm going to add some zested orange. If you can get unwaxed, all the better. I find it quite hard, so I end up usually just buying normal ones and just giving them a really good scrub under running water. So only put in, obviously only put it in if you really like orange. I do. And then what you're going to do is go with the flow and work out how many oats to put in. Start off with a little bit and then mix. And then what we're going to do is add in gradually to see how we've got about, because you want about the right consistency. It's got to glue together. It mustn't be too sticky, otherwise it won't really cook. But if you put too many oats in, it'll fall apart once you've cooked it. So that's looking a little bit too sticky and wet for the moment. So I'm going to add some more in. But before I do that, I'm just going to put in whatever I feel like having to spice up the flapjack. So pumpkin seeds, one of my favorites. And again, just, you know, in terms of quantities, just go with what you like, and you can always adjust things, because if you add too much of something in and it gets too dry, you could always mash up another banana and put it in. So it's really not rocket science. Chia seeds, why not? If you like coconut, you could add that in. Make sure, if you're using desiccated, make sure it's the unsweetened one. Really not keen on that rather unpleasant sugary one. Got some mixed seeds here, sunflower and various types of linseed. Put those in. And I've also got some chopped dates, chopped apricots. If you really want to be super healthy, then go for the ones that are not preserved. They haven't got sulfur dioxide in them. They'll look brown, they taste slightly different, but they're healthier. I've got the unhealthy ones because they look prettier, and we only live once, so it's okay. Dates, very sweet, go easy, but taste yummy once they've been in the oven. And then just give it all a good mix. Again, it's still a little bit too wet, so I'm going to be adding in some more oats. I go, well, you can see what I've got here. I go for the rolled oats. If you can get the jumbo ones, even better for you, because they take longer to digest. So oats already low GI, which means that they're going to stabilize your blood sugar levels for longer. If you get those really big jumbo ones, it does it for even longer. So an even better choice. Okay, this is looking about right to me. Again, if you wanted more, you know, any of the ingredients, more seeds, more nuts. I haven't put any nuts in, but add some nuts. They're always nice once they've been toasted in the oven. Add those in. Almonds are good. I've got the skin on, better for you. Got more fibre in there, more nutrients in there. Mix it all up, and then it really is so simple. Basically, baking tray, I use one of these silicone non-stick things because they're really handy. Onto a baking tray and then squish it down. I don't do very thick ones, they don't cook so well. And just get it into more or less the shape that you want. Okay, so there we have it, more or less square. I'm going to stick it in the oven. I tend to stick just about everything in at 180 degrees. It's my magic number. It doesn't work for bread or pizza dough, but everything else, 180 degrees, it'll be fine. Keep an eye on it. When it's nice and golden, just have a little good look at it. You probably want to, you could chop lines in it now, or you can do it later. Ready to go into the oven. Again, timings, I just look at the oven, just have a cup of tea, go and do something else, don't forget about it. Hello Bruno, does it smell good? And we'll come back and take a look at it in a while. So these have come out of the oven, so you've got your healthy flapjacks there, but we're going to just add a little hint of naughtiness in there with some chocolate. I love that. So I've already cut them up, so as you can see they were really easy to cut up, by the way, there's no struggle there. And melted some chocolate over a bain-marie. It's the easiest way to do it, and it avoids it. I can't cope with melting chocolate in the microwave, it always goes wrong. So anyway, I do that. So you've got your, I use 85% Cocoa Solids chocolate. You could use 90%. You can even use, when something's really sweet, these are not really sweet, but if with something very sweet that you're coating, you could even use 100% Cocoa Solids. And then, super easy, just half dip them. Go for half, it looks prettier. There we are. And then basically, once I've got through all of those, got them all half coated in chocolate, stick them in the fridge on a baking tray, and you know, within 15 minutes, at maximum 20 minutes, they'll be set and they'll be good to go. Keep them in an airtight container. What I would say is, because they're baked with fresh banana in them, don't expect them to last in the way that commercial flapjacks will. So eat them quickly. Okay, you'll have no problem there. And if need be, you can freeze them. They freeze really well, so easy peasy. Okay, and they're really good for the kids. Good start to the day as well. Good for breakfast with the kids. Okay.